And thus sage Vishwamitra led Ram and Lakshman to his hermitage in the forest. As they were passing through a dense part of the forest, the sage suddenly stopped. "Be on your guard, Ram. I can sense danger." The next moment, they saw a thick cloud of smoke approaching them. Ram said,
"Draw your arrow, Lakshman. We need to be prepared."
Before he could finish his sentence, the black cloud of smoke descended upon them. Through the thick smoke emerged a huge demoness. She was as tall as a mountain, dark as night, had long black hair that looked like serpents, and had huge sharp teeth. "Careful, Ram. This is Taraka, the wicked demon. She is a man-eating demoness and wants to eat you up."
What good fortune I have today! Not one but two young and tasty men to eat! I love the taste of tender young flesh!
She rushed towards Ram and Lakshman and tried to swoop them up with her huge hand. But she was not swift enough for Ram. Quick as a flash, he drew an arrow from his quiver and shot it straight at Taraka. But Taraka was a huge demon. The arrow struck her arm and she gave a thunderous laugh.
"You measly little human! Your arrows only tickle me! They tickle me! Today, you are going to be my feast!"
A fierce battle took place between Ram and Taraka. Ram shot arrows after arrows, but Taraka only laughed and advanced towards Ram and Lakshman. When Taraka was close enough, Ram took out an arrow from his quiver, said a silent prayer to his guru, and aimed it straight at Taraka's heart. Zoom went the arrow out of the bow and struck Taraka straight at her heart. Taraka's screams filled the forest. The earth shook as Taraka fell with her huge body and massive weight. Sage Vishwamitra was pleased. "Today I will give you the divine weapons that are in my possession. Use them wisely, and they will make you victorious." Soon they reached Vishwamitra's hermitage. All the sages and hermits were happy to see Ram and Lakshman. Ram said to the sages,
"O great sages, please proceed with your yagna. Lakshman and I will guard the pyre and see that nobody troubles you."
All the sages welcomed Ram and Lakshman to their ashram and started preparing for their yagna. No sooner did the sages start their yagna, the sky was filled with thunderous sounds.
These silly Brahmins have started their prayers again! What fun! Now we can start our destruction game! What a wonderful sight! What a wonderful sight! Oh look, Brother Marich, what a wonderful sight! The sages have come out again! Their prayers are just about to begin! Call our friends from far and wide to spoil their prayers and make them hide! What a wonderful sight! What a wonderful sight! Oh look, Brother Marich, what a wonderful sight! Bone here and a bone there. Top it up with a rotten scare.
What a wonderful sight! I just can't wait to scare a few sages till they just drop dead!
It was the shrill voice of Marich the Rakshas. Marich was tall as a mountain, but was extremely thin. He was dark brown in color and had a thick bushy mustache on a thin long face. He had a shrill and squeaky voice and a wicked mind. Subahu said, "Excellent, Marich! Excellent! I was getting so bored. I have not been mean and wicked to anybody for one whole day." Subahu was a very wicked Rakshas. He was very fat, short and round. He loved to eat and spend his time troubling and scaring people. He had a funny and loud voice and was good friends with evil Marich. Marich and Subahu started throwing bones of dead animals into the sacrificial fire. The sages screamed and ran here and there as they saw Marich and Subahu. Ram pacified them.
Do not panic, O sages. I will take care of these demons.
Ram reached for his quiver full of arrows and shot hundreds of arrows one after another with immense speed. The sages gasped with awe as Rama's arrows formed a shield over the sacrificial fire. The sages were pleased and continued with their prayers. "Marich, what is happening? Who is this man? I have never seen him here before. Do you think we can kill him?" Marich was smart, but he was also a coward.
Let us not try to kill him ourselves. He seems to be very strong. Let us call all our friends, then we'll finish them.
Subahu and Marich then made a series of sharp whistling noises. No sooner than the sounds rang out, hundreds of Rakshasas appeared from all over. All of them together made deafening sounds and attacked the sages. Ram and Lakshman were too quick for them. They started shooting arrows one after another, and hundreds of Rakshasas started falling on the ground. With a huge thud here and a huge thud there, they started falling one after another. Ram decided it was time to teach Subahu and Marich a lesson. Ram said,
Lakshman, you take care of Subahu. I will tackle Marich.
Lakshman drew an arrow and shot Subahu. The demon screamed and fell to the ground with a huge thud. The earth shook and there was a huge hole on the earth where he fell. The very next moment, Ram drew a divine arrow, prayed to his guru and shot Marich. Such was the force of Ram's arrow that it threw Marich into the ocean thousands of miles away. Seeing the fate of Marich and Subahu, the other demons ran for their lives, promising never to return or trouble the sages. The sages rejoiced and celebrated. They thanked Ram and completed their prayers in peace. The forest was peaceful again. Flowers bloomed, birds chirped about, and everybody lived happily ever after.